Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Today, William Samoei Ruto and the CS Kithure Kindiki are telling Kenyans that there is a need to have the church regulated. And because of Shakahola massive killing, because of that genocide, Ruto is trying to look for scapegoat. Kithure Kindiki is ashamed. They have nothing to tell Kenyans. Someone is trying to say that the massive killing happened from the time when Uhuru was president. I don't think so. This massive killing happened when Ruto took over power because he promised that he is a president elected by the church. And therefore his first work is to protect the church. When people said that we have to interrogate churches, we have to regulate the church, it was, no, we should not. The church should be free to worship. And no one should try to interfere with the church. That was William Samoei Ruto. Today, they are now changing their tone. And someone will ask, is Ruto serious with what he's talking about, or he's just trying to look good in the time when they have been exposed due to what they were defending, due to the people that have appeared in the same photo with him in the church services in this country? This is what Kithure Kindiki is saying. Let me just quote him. People can't hide under the constitution, right, and the freedom of worship to kill other people. I know there will be a bit of resistance by some who claim to know God more than the rest of us, but we must bite the bullet. Head must roll. There are people who will be removed from office. Besides this, we got news yesterday. President Ruto has appointed a task force to review the legal and regulatory framework governing religious organizations. Now this is William Samoei Ruto. He now wants to do something. This comes after the Shakahola mass death opened a lead on the need to regulate the religious institution. In a Gazette notice, Ruto appointed Reverend Mutava Musimi to lead the task force. Other members include in the task force Bishop Mark Kariuki of Deliverance Church, Bishop Eli Rope, Archbishop Morris Muhati, and Judy Thongori, Reverend Alphonse Kanga, Faridam Abdal Musili Wambu, Joseph Wambire, Mary Awol, Kitengi Lea Kasera, Nancy Murenge, and Wilson Wanyama are also included in the task force. Among the roles assigned to the task force include identifying gaps leading to the religious extremism. Ruto also asked the members to propose legal and governance changes to prevent religious extremism. The task force will also inform standards used to grant certificates to various religious institutions. Now this is William Ruto trying to change his tone, his stand about regulating the church. The William Ruto of 2022 is different from William Ruto of 2023. Today he wants these pastors to be interrogated. Today he wants the churches to be checked. Today he wants the church to be regulated. The man who came out as that person who wanted to defend these ministries that are being registered as of late, now he's speaking different language. The big question on this Punchline, is Ruto serious about what he's talking about? That is the big question. Before we go deep into that, Yes, I'm for those who are watching and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To the returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much, and again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. What is your view? Tell me in the comment section. Do you see William Samoei Ruto being serious on the issue of regulating the church, or is just making a joke? Because remember, the issue of regulating the church, it was politicized. It was a political mileage that Ruto was using to, number one, demonize Raila Odinga because of the statement from Mama Ida Odinga, who was calling for regulation of the church. They turn it as into a political fodder against the Azimio. They were like, those people are satanic. They don't want to have the pastors and the church and the Kenyans have the freedom of worship to worship in the manner in which they know they are God. It was like if they are given a chance, they are going to close the church. So can we conclude today and say that William Samoei Ruto want to close the church? If he said so, then I can say here without blinking that Ruto then he want to close the church today. So the church should be vigilant on this. They should be careful that Ruto want to close the church. The other time he said that Raila is going to close the church. Today, it is William Ruto who is talking about regulating the church. So, can we say that William Ruto of 2023 is a satanic William Ruto? Can we conclude that? Can we conclude and say that the president is so demonic that he want to close the church? Ruto is satanic. He want to close the church. Because what he talked about last, it was against anyone who was standing for regulating the church. And he saw those people as demonic, satanic, non-Christian. So today we can say that Ruto want to persecute the church. He has become the tormentor of the church. Or what can we conclude? Sababu, unajua saa zingine hii maneno watu wanasema kwa siasa inakuwa kama msumeno. Ukipeleka mbele inakata. Ukirudisha nyuma bado inakata tu. I can tell you that Ruto is not serious about regulating the church. He's trying to sanitize what has happened in Shakahola. He's trying to wash himself clean from the Shakahola incident. What actually Ruto is doing is what we refer to as damage control. He knows the damage has happened. Today everyone has been talking about Gachagua, William Ruto, Rachel Ruto, Dorcas Gachagua. Because even they have been mentioned with these people, they have been seen with them in the photos, in the same church, in the same prayer service, in what they refer to interdenomination prayer service. They have been together. He supported them. But now, people are saying that Ruto supported what has turned into massive killing of Kenyans. So it's just washing himself clean. It is damage control. There's nothing big will happen. Church will not be regulated. This task force will come up with a report. It will be a good report. That report will be kept in a shelf, just like many other reports that has been kept in the shelf after such other task force was identified. They did their work using our taxpayers' money. Wakikaa kwa hiyo mkutano wanakula tax yetu. The report will go nowhere because Ruto does not want to rub shoulders with the church. He still understands that 2027 is coming and he will be on ballot. He will be defending his seat. What will he tell those churches that will be closed? What will he tell those Christians that will feel that their right of worship was infringed? What will Christians view him going forward? Especially those who are coming with these new churches that are registering under the ministries. Individual churches and other ministry organizations. They will view him as their enemy. So the task force is here, but it's heading to nowhere. That one I can tell you. The noise Kithure Kindiki is making is heading nowhere. You have heard even what Dorcas Gachagua has told us. Let's not persecute everyone. Deal with those people who have made the mistake, but not everyone. So already, they are against that move. All is hot air. There's no seriousness in this move. The only person who would have helped and who was serious with this issue of regulating the church, it was just if Raila was coming to power. Raila would have come up with a way to regulate the church, because again, that's what he had said before the campaign, during the campaign. So even if you vote for him, you knew what he was coming to do. Unlike Ruto, who was against, now is coming here, and he know how the church can turn against an individual if you start being viewed as a person who is prosecuting the church. I don't know your views, but let us meet in the comment section for continuation of this conversation. Thank you, and see you in our next video.